Lady Bucks have won all 10 meetings under the umbrella of the Atlantic Sun against the Stetson Hatters. Graboski in the jump circle against Austin. Little flinch in the circle. Now the ball is up and the tap recovered in the front court by the Hatters into the hands of Victoria McGowan. Quick look down under. Graboski cut back under the basket and now tried to kick it back out to McGowan, but was whistled for the travel instead, right inside the paint. So a turnover. 7 seconds ticked away. Lady Bucks will get it back. No score yet. Belcher at inbound to Pickwell and lays it off to Davis in the backcourt. Davis into the front court. Now a spin move and gives it to Belcher, top of the key to Mitchell, newly into the basketball game. Missed the last time out for a family emergency. Got it over to Davis on the left wing. Back to Pickwell, top of the key. Covered up, couldn't shoot. Got it to Mitchell, right side. And now Davis cutting to the top of the key. Tried to give and go to Mitchell. Had it stolen away. And now tough defense on the baseline by Letitia Belcher. But Graboski does get it away to McGowan. And McGowan up the floor. Got it to Milzen on the near side. Tiara Brown with it, puts it on the floor against Mitchell. Drives baseline and stuffed at the block by Tasha Austin. Fast break, Mitchell ahead to Pickwell. She'll take one dribble and put it up with a left-hand layup and in. Lady Bucks off the turnover, put in the first basket with 19:08 to go in the first half. Lady Bucks 2, Lady Hatters nothing. Left side for the Hatters. Sasha Sims wearing the number 25 jersey today. Actually wears one at home, one on the road. Top of the key, found Tiara Brown, who knocked down a three. And Stetson with her first lead, 3-2, 18:51 to go in the first half, rather. Tara Davis brought it across half court. Got it to Belcher, top of the key. Belcher with a ball above her head, gave it back to Davis. She'll put it on the floor, but she could not get past McGowan there, top of the key. Instead to Belcher, put up a shot. No good. Offensive rebound by Austin, and the putback too strong and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Hatters. So a second chance opportunity for ETSU, but unable to put it back up and in. And now, actually, the ref down there said, they had another appeal over here, said it'll go back to Stetson. So actually a turnover ETSU with 18:33 to go. She had a better angle on it, said it was last touched by the Lady Bucks. So the Hatters bring it up across half court. Graboski had a little trouble with it, almost lost the basketball as Belcher was applying tough defense right in front of head coach Karen Kemp. Lady Bucks bench got it out high to McGowan. McGowan pats her head with her left hand, calling a play, and now hands it off to Tiara Brown. Left-hand dribble around the top of the arc. Tries to dribble up and in. Strong move, tucked the basketball, and then put up a left-handed layup in. She's got all 5 for Stetson. 5-2 our score. 18:05 to go in the first half. Stetson with the lead. Tara Davis with a left-hand dribble, and she draws a block against Graboski. First team foul for either team, and the first against Graboski. Will give it to the Lady Bucks with 18:02 to go. New 30 on the shot clock, and they inbound it in front of the Stetson bench. Davis has the top of the key, left hand to Pickwell in the corner, and now she gets free, fires the three, no good, a little bit short. Rebound comes down to Mitchell. She has Belcher near her and throws it back to her. Belcher has yet to put it on the floor, pivots, now does put it on the floor, has it stolen away. McGowan got it, Belcher reaches back in there, tried to grab it back, couldn't get it. McGowan ahead again to Tiara Brown. She thought about a three, now tries to look for Graboski. It was tipped by Destiny Mitchell, but into the hands of McGowan, who fired a three, but no good. Rebound came down to Austin and then Mitchell. Mitchell across half court. Runs into a little bit of trouble there from Sasha Sims. They look down to Letitia Belcher. Spin move on the right block, left-hand layup, no good off the left side of the rim. Just missed it right in front of the bucket. Rebound came down to Graboski, handed it off there to McGowan. McGowan dribbles into the paint and goes past Austin. No foul as she was able to lay off, but the shot no good, a little bit too short. Came down to Austin, got to Pickwell. Pickwell, strong left-hand dribble up to the top of the key, and now throws it back out top to Davis with 20 seconds on the shot clock, 17 minutes remaining in the first half. Davis back to McGowan, now got free off the pick, fires a three, no good, a little bit too long. Lady Bucks have not yet found their stroke from outside, but Belcher battling for the rebound, went back up and drew the foul. She will go to the free throw line with 16:51 to go. Tiara Brown hit a three and then a strong layup, accounted for the 5 points for Stetson. Natalie Pickwell fast break point after a steal, and the only 2 points for ETSU. Letitia Belcher can bring him to within 1. First free throw, as you hear, clangs and misses off the left side. So still 5-2, a 3-point advantage. Jessica Connor, a 5'11" senior forward from Cocoa, Florida, one of their leading scorers, checks in for Stetson. Belcher's second attempt is up and in. Came in shooting 72%, makes 1 of 2, and it's 5-3 in favor of the Hatters. Quick Sims all the way into the front court looking for Connor down under, but it was knocked away last touch by Connor. Belcher was the one who got back on defense and made it tough for her. Connor just couldn't reach a hand out and get that one. And a turnover gives it back to the Lady Bucks with 16:41 to go as Davis brings it across half court. Gets to Belcher, high above the right elbow outside the arc. She'll get it over to Austin on the opposite side. Austin still outside the arc, ball high above her head. Looks over to Davis right in front of Coach Bria, standing on the Stetson bench. Pull-up jumper, no good by Davis. And a rebound comes down to Stetson. Blocked out well, got 3 Stetson Hatters. Mitchell all the way back into the front court. Got a tip on the outlet pass, and instead it'll slow the Hatters offense up just a little bit. McGowan with it, gets it away to Janelle Mills, and now over to Sims on the left wing. Sims will put it on the floor, found a hole, drive baseline, but the layup too strong. A break for the Lady Bucks as they did not fill that hole. Rebound came down to ETSU. Davis with it. All the way into the front court. Left-handed runner is nowhere near the basket, but an offensive rebound and a putback goes to Destiny Mitchell. So already a rebound and a point for Mitchell to go with a steal she had earlier, and we're tied at 5, 15:46 to go first half. McGowan with it, looking for options here on the left wing as she brought it into the front court. Has Sims out high against Pickwell. She catches it on the half-court logo, about a third of the way from the half-court line to the top of the key. Dribbling against Pickwell. Goes around her, now double-teamed as she comes in. And they wiped off the shot, but a foul first on Natalie Pickwell, they said. Media timeout. Stetson will inbound the basketball when we come back. Tied at 5, 15:28 to go in the first half, and we're back after a word from the Buccaneers Sports Network, presented by Little Caesars and Hardee's. Ready to go. Victoria McGowan has it at the top of the key for Stetson. ETSU and Stetson tied at 5. John Stevens with you here inside Mountain State Center. Victoria McGowan got it back on the top of the key, took a head fake, and then decided to dribble into traffic, missed it, and a rebound. The 9th rebound for the Lady Bucks came down to Letitia Belcher. They've won the battle of the boards 9-3 so far, and we're tied 5-5, though their shooting's been cold, 2 of 9. Tara Davis has it in the left corner for ETSU. Now looks to Belcher on the left elbow. Quick pass, touch pass inside to Austin, but she doesn't have an option. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. 10 seconds to shoot. Looking again for Belcher and a steal. Stolen away by the Hatters, and now the Lady Buck defense sloughs off. Luckily, Mitchell all the way back to defend and was able to defend smartly, not foul, and actually cause a... It looked like McGowan to miss the shot on the fast break, so Mitchell was able to at least get back for damage control, and then another shot clanks for the Hatters and another rebound Lady Bucks. 14:28 to go. ETSU's had a real hard time getting to the basket and have not done a good job of converting some of the open looks that they've got. Austin has it in the key to Davis. Now she's got the best look at 3 perhaps so far, missed it again. Lady Bucks have not made a 3-point bucket yet early. And a rebound came down to Sims that time. McGowan across half court, changes over to the left hand as she approaches the top of the key. Now back to the right hand, dribbles inside the arc, picks up her dribble, now going into the middle of the lane. And what do we have? Thought we had a travel call. I was looking down to the official underneath the basket, and that's what we had. They looked for Simone Taylor, new player into the basketball game after the media timeout, 6-foot sophomore from Delray Beach, Florida, and she shuffled the feet as she took the entry pass that time, and McGowan had nowhere to go. Tough backcourt defense, knocked away by Brown, but out of bounds. the Lady Bucks look a step or two slow in the opening minutes here. Stetson has applied some tough pressure defense and actually had been a step quicker on a few exchanges. Davis across half court, dribbles over to the right side. Now almost inside the arc, threw it to Pickwell. Bad pass, Pickwell couldn't get it. She had to save it in bounds. Now it looked like it was kicked. And last touch by Stetson on the way back. That was, again, Simone Taylor, who was ahead of the pack for Stetson, but she just couldn't get a hand on it. It looked like she kicked it out of bounds near where head coach Karen Kemp was standing. She was going to beat Belcher to it speed-wise, but couldn't hang on to it. So Lady Buck basketball with 13:45 to go in the first half. Still tied at 5 in what has really been a sloppy basketball game since we came back from the break. Davis walks across half court against Brown and now looks to Mitchell left side, outside the arc. Won't take that shot. She'll look for options. Still holding the basketball with 3 seconds to shoot. Possession never changed hands. They have to get a shot away at the buzzer. Mitchell got it from the baseline. Pull-up jumper was good. They went outside. Pickwell didn't have a shot, got it back to Mitchell, and she nailed the jumper. 7-5 our score. Lady Bucks with a lead. Ball knocked away by Austin. Now juggled in the lane. Hatters looking for a shot, can't find one. Instead, they go to Brown on the baseline. She puts up a shot, and she's fouled. So good defense there, and then they had a second chance, and he'll commit a foul and send Brown to the line. 5 points already, a chance at 6 and 7. 13:09 remaining first half. Lady Bucks up by 2. The foul goes against Davis, who actually did a real good job in that respect against Florida Gulf Coast. Only 3 fouls all day. First one up, first one good for Brown. She has all 6 points for the Lady Hatters. Came in shooting 76%. That was her 29th make from the charity stripe this year. She'll have a chance to make it 30 and tie the ball game, and she does. 7 apiece, all 7 Stetson points to Tiara Brown. Tara Davis across half court, dribbling with a left hand, tried to go left baseline, then ran into a double team, got free of the double team. Now long skip pass to Pickwell. She's open for 3, and it rattles, doesn't go. In and out. Rebound came down to Stetson and Janelle Mills into the front court. Here comes Tiara Brown. Brown, nice bounce pass on the left block. Reverse layup up and in by Connor. They thought Brown might pull up and try to add to her point total already. Instead, an unselfish bounce pass right through the hole in the defense. It'll lay up by Connor. 9-7. Stetson back on top. Long skip pass by Davis. About 5 feet over her head. Airmailed out of bounds. And a turnover with 12.5 minutes. We'll give it back to the Hatters. Graboski comes back into the ball game, and Janelle Mills will have a seat for Stetson. New substitution for the Lady Bucks. Davis out. Looked a little out of sorts the last couple of exchanges, committing the tough foul on the second chance for Stetson and threw the ball away. And Sean Randall, freshman out of Orlando, will come in. Also Jasmine McIntosh in for Pickwell. McIntosh, freshman guard out of Bowie, Maryland. Tiara Brown with a left hand, brings it across half court. Southpaw gets it over to the left side, and Simone Taylor back out high to a new player in Deshauna Truss. Shot up by Brown there on the right side of the lane, no good, and a rebound came down to the Lady Bucks. Randall has to slow it up, coming across half court, almost lost the basketball. Dribbles across her body around a pick from Letitia Belcher. Now has it knocked loose, got it back though. Tiara Brown hounding the young Sean Randall, now knocked away, stolen away. That's Truss who came up with it on the other end against Mitchell. She works her way around Mitchell, missed the shot though, had to get free of Destiny Mitchell to have a look at the basket and then couldn't get it up. Randall again being hounded in the backcourt, wondering where's the help. All the other Lady Bucks across half court, leaving Randall to her own devices. Finally gets across half court and gives it to Mitchell on the right wing. She'll look for Austin down under and now tied up with Graboski. Possession arrow will stay with the Lady Bucks with 11:40 to go, and the Lady Bucks will have it after the media timeout. If I do the quick math, 6 total points scored since the last media timeout. The score, Stetson 9, ETSU 7. Back after a word from our local stations on the Buccaneer Sports Network, presented by Little Caesars and Hardee's. Lady Bucks will have the basketball on the baseline. They're shooting 25%. Both teams 3 for 12, 25%. So it's been a battle of attrition early. No team's been able to really start a scoring run here. Randall has it off the inbound pass, top of the key on the right side. Had to put it on the floor. Only 3 seconds to shoot after the Lady Bucks lost the basketball. Actually kept the basketball in the alternating possession. They had only a few seconds on the shot clock. Quickly up the floor. Austin all over the basketball with a block there against Simone Taylor in the paint, but the Hatters still have the basketball, and outside the arc, that's McGowan looking into Graboski. She'll body up against Mitchell, just a little bit bigger and taller, and she makes the basket off the backboard. 11-7, first 2 for Graboski, wearing the same number as Mitchell, but stands just a little bit taller and just a tad thicker, and was able to muscle her way up. 10:58 to go in the first half. Sean Randall quickly driving all the way in, and an ill-guarded runner as it was partially blocked, in a fast break all the way to the other end. Sasha Sims with a left-handed layup puts it in, and here come the Hatters. 13-7. It's an 8-0 run for Stetson. Lady Bucks had the lead 7-5 after we were deadlocked at our first media timeout. Now backcourt. Randall threw the ball right into a player about 4 inches taller than her. And a block and a basket on the other end again. Timeout, Karen Kemp. Was kind of waiting that, holding my breath and waiting for the timeout. Simone Taylor stands about 4 or 5 inches taller than Randall. Had her hands up the whole time, and Randall, as if she didn't see her, threw an overhanded, two-handed pass directly into Taylor, and it was rejected, stolen away, and the Hatters get another point off a turnover. It's 15-8 already, and we will pause to remind our listeners that ETSU basketball is brought to you in part by Hardee's, Little Caesars,
hot and ready every day,
Mountain States Health Alliance,
bringing loving care to healthcare,
Appalachian Orthopedic,
providing medical care to all ETSU intercollegiate sports,
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee,
plans for better health, plans for a better life,
State Farm Insurance,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there,
SunTrust,
live solid, bank solid,
Atmos Energy,
the spirit of service.
And as the whistle blows, we'll get to the rest of them when we get a chance. Lady Bucks out of the timeout, trailing 15-7 with 10:23 to go in the first half, as Gwen Washington, a new player into the game, junior forward out of Manassas, Virginia, got it to Davis, left wing, and now looking for Mitchell. It was almost kicked McGowan. It went off the foot of McGowan. Now they'll find Jasmine McIntosh on the baseline. That's a shot she likes, and she puts it in. McIntosh with her first 2, 15-9. Lady Bucks down 6. Up the floor, McGowan for Stetson to Sims, and then over to the left side again. That's Stayshauna Truss. They go down and under to Graboski, who puts it up and in. Going to start using that post to their advantage. Letitia Belcher sat down for Gwen Washington. Now Tasha Austin, the only true big in the game. On the other end, quick move to Gwen Washington, a runner on the right block. That one missed, and then offensive rebound by Austin. Went up with it, thought she was fouled, but the refs are going to say that's an alternating possession. Got tied up with a jump ball, and the possession arrow will go back to Stetson with 9:39 to go. 17-9 our score. Stetson was on a 10-0 run before the Lady Bucks, actually. That's wrong, 12-0 run before the Lady Bucks, I think. No, 10-0, okay. Then the Lady Bucks made a bucket, Stetson made another one. Hatters with it in the backcourt. Tierra Brown had it on the General Shelbrick logo, still in the backcourt. And the ball finally gets across half court. Lady Bucks with tough backcourt defense. And finally, McGowan will put it on the floor with 16 seconds on the shot clock. 9:23 to go in the first half. McGowan gets a little bit of help out high from Simone Taylor. Dribbles around against Destiny Mitchell and lays it off to Tierra Brown. Got it back to the top of the key. And now over to McGowan on the right wing for 3. No good off the front rim. And a rebound. Davis streaking into the front court. Going up against 2 defenders. Left-handed dribble somehow goes up and in. Boy, that's one you're scared to watch her take because it's like a loose freight train sometimes. There's not a lot of control in that drive to the basket, but Davis that time draws the foul and gets the bucket to go. So 17-11, the Lady Bucks crack double digits here with 9:04 to go in the first half. And Davis, an 84% free, actually rounded up to 85% free throw shooter, up and good. 3-point play, first 3 for Tara Davis. 17-12 our score. Lady Bucks back to within 5, and they'll get into the full court press. That one tapped and loose, and now what do we have? Out of bounds on the sideline. You had Tasha Austin and Jasmine McIntosh absolutely all over Tierra Brown in the backcourt down by the visiting radio booth, and they were able to force a turnover. So tough backcourt defense as They tipped it loose. It was a loose ball, and then Brown dived on it, but was on the end or the sideline rather. So the Lady Bucks get it back with 8:55 to go. Davis picked up her dribble early against McGowan, and a long skip pass is 3 feet over the head of the intended recipient, Jasmine McIntosh. So a turnover just like that gives it right back to the Hatters with 8:50 to go in the first half. Down 5, 17-12. McGowan for Stetson across half court. And now got it over on the near side here to Sims and then to Truss and then down in to Janelle Mills back into the basketball game. Couple of dribbles, spin move and put up a shot, no good, and a rebound quickly into the front court. Destiny Mitchell ahead of the pack. They caught up with her, but she was able to keep her footing and put the basketball in. A right-handed finger roll layup for Mitchell. 6 points for her, 17-14, a three-point game with 8:22 to go here in the first half. McGowan with a left hand has Truss on the near side. That's where she will go against Tara Davis here on the left wing in front of the broadcast position. Long skip pass to McGowan. Washington and Mitchell with a double team, and now she leaves her alone for Mitchell, does Gwen Washington. McGowan goes on the baseline. That's Sasha Sims. Sims has it knocked away by Washington, out of bounds to the Lady Bucks bench, and it'll belong to Stetson with 8:04 to go. Substitutions back in, Graboski back in, Tiara Brown back in, and Jessica Connor back in. 3 scoring machines for Stetson come back in to try and stop the bleeding here. They had a big lead, and now 17-14, a one-possession basketball game. McGowan off the inbound pass take the pick from Brown and then give and go back to Brown for 3. Missed it, no good. Truss a rebound, couldn't make the close shot on the block. Missed it off the bottom side of the rim. Lucky break for the Lady Bucks. Had a wide open look after the rebound. Now they look to Graboski down in the paint. She has a better look over the top of Gwen Washington, a little bit taller, and again puts it up and in with the left hand. So Graboski has been able to score some strong points in the paint. She has 6, and it's 19-14, back to a 5-point advantage. 7:36 to go in the first half. On the other end, Gwen Washington dribbles down to the baseline, now back out high to Tara Davis. Davis with it, puts it on the floor, finds her way around to the baseline, looking for a quick touch pass to Belcher, and now back out to Mitchell. Davis in the corner, drives up against McGowan, baseline jumper, up and good. 5 for Davis. 7:15 to go in the first half. Lady Bucks back within 3. They try to go ahead, do the Stetson Hatters rather, broken up, and then an air ball and a 3. They tried to take advantage. Lady Bucks all got concentrated in the lane. They kicked out to Deshauna Truss. She missed the 3, and now on the other end, Davis will slow things up. Didn't have a 3 herself. Out to McIntosh with 20 on the shot clock. Lady Bucks down 3. Over to Gwen Washington in the right corner outside the arc. Washington puts it on the floor with left hand, one dribble, back out high to Tara Davis, back to Washington on the right wing. She'll dribble around to pick, got free from Letitia Belcher, and now what do we have? I think an offensive foul, moving screen on Letitia Belcher. Will give it back to the Hatters after the media timeout. Belcher's first, team third, 6:46 to go in the first half. 19-16, Stetson leads ETSU on the Buccaneer Sports Network, presented by Little Caesars and Hardee's. 18-16 our score in favor of Stetson, who has won 2 times this year on the road in buildings they've never won in before. They'd like to make it 3 here against the Lady Bucks. John Stevens with you. Tiara Brown dribbles into traffic. Pull-up jumper is good. Boy, that looked nice. Straight up and down in the air was Brown, and the shot off the back iron and through. 21-16 our score. Brown with 9 for Stetson, leading scorer of anybody on the floor. McIntosh will drive baseline on the other end to answer up over the rim. Didn't go in. Got her own rebound. Tough rebound. Jasmine McIntosh had it stripped away. And now Washington with tough defense, and she'll draw the foul. Had her hands on the basketball, and we didn't get an alternating possession. Basketball got free, and then we got a foul. 6:07 to go. 4th team foul on the Lady Bucks, first on Washington. And Graboski will have it for Stetson on the Lady Buck baseline. Back to a 5-point Stetson advantage. It's hovered at 5 for the majority of the first half, ever since Stetson really gained control of the basketball game. Lady Bucks had a lead early, and then it disappeared. Broken up by McIntosh as they were looking for Graboski inside. McIntosh has had a couple of quick hands moves, and now an assist for McIntosh all the way to the other end. Mitchell was ahead of the play and lays it up and in. 8 points for Destiny Mitchell, leading scorer for the Lady Bucks. 21-18 our score with 5:40 to go in the first half. Again, Lady Bucks within 1 basket, but they have not been able to just sort of to break through from down 3. Brown with it, top of the key to McGowan, left wing. Now Graboski on the left baseline, puts it on the floor against Belcher. Out high again to Brown with the left hand. She traveled before she put the ball on the floor, and a turnover will give it back to the Lady Bucks. It's only the 5th turnover for Stetson. ETSU now has committed, I guess, 11 it is. Excuse me, 10. That last change of possession was a foul. We're only listed for 4 turnovers in the, correction, we've scored 4 off turnovers. Basketball was tipped away from the Lady Bucks. Gwen Washington got it back in the in the backcourt rather, and ahead to Davis, spotting for 3, no good. Lady Bucks haven't found their mark from out there, but Belcher with an offensive rebound and a putback is good. Belcher with 3, a free throw earlier, and her first field goal. It's 21-20. ETSU within 1 with 4:50